Form. All right, TikTok is going live too.
Perfect.
My setups. I already got a scuba setup on, so we're good to go there.
Got your Scuba Steve set up?
Yeah, something like that.
Go
You
around
ready?
me. Go around me.
Oh, what are you messing
Clear on
around
your
with
right.
stuff?
Clear on the
Race
right.
labs.
Oh, okay. I feel like I'm really late on throttle there, and then that's a lift corner, right?
Fourth gear lift.
Oh, I'm third gear lift. Okay.
Fourth gear lift. Shift before it, lift for it.
And then this is second gear.
Second. Yep.
Can get on throttle earlier there. What's going on, guys?
So do a lap and then I'll kind of point some things out. Because I already noticed a couple things you're doing. Fourth gear.
Yeah, I downshift to
Use
fourth.
all the exit. You
Yeah,
can go
that I
way out
noticed
there.
a lot of when I was watching you the other day. That
Yeah.
was something that. And then this go down to second gear.
Second. Yep. So with these curbs, you can get your outer tires on them, but you don't want to get it over the middle of the car because then it just acts like a skateboard
Okay.
and it just slides.
Oh, we got to fourth gear late there.
And I just keep it in fourth and bang the chip a couple times.
Bang the chip. I don't get anywhere close to that chip.
Fifth gear, and then on entry when I turn in, I downshift
Yeah.
and I just let it float, kind of feather the throttle, and then carry it out.
Yeah, I can still use more of it. We're getting closer though.
54.172.
Oh, we're locking up. Too far into there. Where's your break point for one?
It's about, I'd say 4 car lengths out from the corner. That's about halfway on that green curb
Okay.
on the left. There's a little bit of a green curb and a kink. It's about halfway down that. There you go.
53.5.
There's
Too
an
early?
access, a good point of
The
reference.
access
There's
road?
an access, yep, to the left.
Okay. That's what I thought. I kind of saw that coming. Oh, we are slow compared to our lap.
.806.
I just feel like that's so early to lift. But then I can probably get back on it a little bit earlier, or no?
So what I notice you're doing is you're trying to really arc the corners, and
Yep.
in this you don't need to. You can go straight for the inside of the corner.
Okay.
Um, So like here, just go straight to the apex. Yeah, there you go. And then hug it.
Yeah, don't diamond up.
Don't diamond, yeah. Go straight for the apex, hug it, and then off.
$54.376.
There you go.
Without the brake lockup, though. Like that?
Yep.
Only faster.
You could just go a little faster, yep. Was it that perfect part in your draft
0.089. That was your
where
fastest lap
I
of the
couldn't turn because of the arrow wash?
Just hit the fastest lap.
That's funny.
53.035.
If anybody's home and you guys are watching on here, hop in Formula 4's. We're looking to get, it's at Scuba, so we're looking to get a couple more people
Free
in
track,
here.
paid
Yeah.
car.
Really appreciate everybody joining too. If you guys are looking to get into sim racing, Impa Motorsports, kind of a place to be. A lot of entry-level Moza, Sim Magic pedals, as well as, you know, the higher end stuff. If you email them, you let them know that I sent you. They'll hook you up with, you know, some type of goodies with it. So definitely want to hit them up if you can.
53.721.
This is like my third or fourth time ever driving these cars, so we gotta figure them out here a little bit. I really have not run Scuba much other than in like a super late model on a late night hosted when I don't really remember too much, so we'll see what we got going on. Thank you for whoever is sharing all the likes. I really appreciate that. Thanks for the follow.
.035. That was your fastest lap of the session.
I gotta find that breaking point to where I'm not locking them up all the time, because I'm losing time every time I lock up.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I just feel like I'm braking so late.
All clear, all clear.
I give it an initial pop of brake and then I
Release.
ease off of it.
Yeah, I think that's my problem. I'm trying to brake it like a late model. Oh yeah, that arrow wash is kind of interesting.
53.722. Car 1, just hit the fastest lap. 52.947.
One off track, not bad. That corner I definitely need to back up my braking spot.
You saw what I did there when I really got on that curb. The curb doesn't really affect the braking on that corner.
Oh.
But you can see how straight, I just go straight to the inside and turn.
That might have actually made it a little bit better for me going up there.
Doing it that way.
Yeah.
Well, you got to think you're braking in a, yeah, you're on the curb, you're kind of in the dirt a little bit, but you're braking in a straight line, so that weight transfer.
Yeah,
The reason
it's
you're
not
locking up the tire is because there's no weight on that tire.
right.
So because you're braking in that straight line,
.319.
Do you feel like this track is slower than what you've been on the last few times, or you're just going a lot slower?
I'm just going a lot slower.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. We're gonna hopefully get an official race here in a little bit. Starts in like 10 minutes, so we'll see.
There.
53.376. Car 1 just hit the fastest lap. 52.437.
So I'm only about a second off.
Yeah. And a lot of it is just car comfortable, knowing the track.
Knowing the track.
A little bit of a lumberjack in that corner. Sawing at the wheel. Ooh. Little inside curb.
53.073.
Well, we went official.
Yeah. Looking like it.
.022. That was your fastest lap of the session. Go right.
Oh,
Got one on your left.
we got
Clear,
loosey-goosey
clear.
there.
Car 1 just hit the fastest lap. 52.233.
Nope. Too exaggerated. Straighter. You just got to look for your apexes.
Missed a braking spot there. That is something I struggle with, is seeing apexes, because I'm so used to short tracks where I don't really have to worry about that.
Yeah. And that is a lot of track familiarity, right? Like I can
53.9.
hundreds of laps of this track. Probably thousands, actually. Better. You still missed apex. Apex here is going to be that red and white curb. Yep, there you go. Boom, nailed it.
52.935. That was your fastest lap of the
There you go. Hug the inside. That was good. Straight line. Straight line. There you go.
Missed it.
Missed it. She nailed those banked hairpins.
Yeah, that was a big help. I just screwed up that entire lap. It
Got
was
one on
3
your
tenths
left.
faster.
Clear on the left. 52.958.
Too deep in.
Yep.
But we're still tracking about a 1/10.5 up.
I was closer to that apex.
Oh, went to first gear. Still faster. Let's see if I can screw it up here now. Didn't screw it up as bad.
52.722. That was your fastest lap of the session.
We're probably about to the end of our fuel run, 18 laps.
I'm getting there. Show 8 more minutes of fuel. I think you're getting on throttle too soon. That was good. You hit that apex though.
I feel like I need that. What's going on, Keystone? It's been a while. We're trying to get back into streaming here for the last part of the off season before I get back to real car racing. So
52.813.
That was good. Kind of wild on the exit, but I'm sure you're up.
until we miss that. But you know what? Even with missing that, we're 10th up.
Yeah.
Fifty-two six.
52.64. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Oh, and then we looped it. All right, not too bad for just trying to figure these out. I don't even know if I'm going to worry about qualifying trim. Probably just go out and race trim.
Oh, that's not a... Oh, neither is that.
You guys that are watching, if you head over to impamotorsports.com, they got a lot of entry level, as well as more premium end sim racing hardware if you need it. My personal use is a Moza R9 with the CS wheel and then Husingfeld sprint pedals. That's what I use. But if you head over to impamotorsports.com, you send them an email, they'll hook you up with some goodies along with your order, whether it's an R3, an R5, an R9, SimMagic Mini, regular, or the Ultimate. They've got it all. And then if you're a real driver, you're looking to put together like a sponsorship proposal or anything like that, Impel can also do that for you. Pretty inexpensive. They're like $150 for a sponsor deck. So it's not too bad. Pretty good deal. They do mine personally. They've helped me out a ton. They do real race car parts as well. If you're looking for any sim racing accessories or anything, team53racing.com. That helps support us. We normally are running short tracks, but Jacob has convinced me to run some road stuff, so we're learning road on stream, which is kind of fun. But team53racing.com. Also got a link to my personal fans only sponsorship program, $10 minimum contribution. Get your name on the race car. If you want more goodies, you can go higher. We're spinning out because we're talking and not racing. 53.2, Jacob. I mean, that's not going to be too terrible. You're 3100 I rating.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you kind of saw you got it down to 52.6 as your fastest.
Yeah. I think I'll be fine.
You know everywhere that you need to.
It's just going to be making sure that the other guys on track don't wreck
Qualifying is gonna be big.
in front of me, or just sit at the back and wait for him to wreck.
Yeah.
Cold tires. I don't even think I've run a lap on qualifying trim, but we go in like 2 minutes. I don't really have time, do I?
I'll
probably just qualify and race, to be honest with
you.
you.
Race, you're gonna be fine. Just tire heat and really conservative outlap, really conservative first lap.
Lap 2 is
just
the
like
burner.
a bankers, and lap 2 is gonna be your heater.
Yeah, if anybody's looking to join or needs help with sim racing, this is the type of stuff that we do at Team 53 all day long. Is like, if you were here earlier, you saw Jacob running laps behind me, just literally showing me around the track. And then, you know, stuff like that, where it's just little insights to kind of help you guys get through the day, get through your races, whatever it might be. Whether it's, you know, how to tire heat or, you know, what your optimal lap is.
I would say we cover 98% of the cars on iRacing. There's only a few that we don't dabble with.
Yeah, we don't do any setups for any of the eNASCAR stuff. That's really where we're missing is eNASCAR.
I don't do A, B, or C class.
If you need a lap time for fixed or need to know how to get around a track, we can definitely help you out with that.
Yeah. Trying to think about what else.
Going off.
Do a lot of endurance. We try and hit up every special event throughout the year. Try to do a lot of the official endurances, like your 3-hour GT3s, and there's a couple IMSA ones in there. We got a pair running the LMP2 in a couple weeks.
Race time. Let's go see if we can get wrecked out again like we did in the last time we were on stream.
I think I'm car 1 based on the entry list.
I would expect. I'm probably going to be about car 5, hopefully.
Yeah, I think you're 4 or 5. There's a couple 2Ks.
That's perfect. All we're looking is a solid top 10. If anybody knows of a good coffee company that wants to sponsor me, we do I'd love to have a coffee sponsor.
Solid top 10. 10 cars entered on the entry list.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be a top 10 in this race. You know, if you got a coffee company, it's a great race. We're not going to be able to show you much on stream today because we're going to be busy racing, but...
Man, you're car 5.
Car 5, that's perfect. We're right in the middle. Not too much either way that we're going to gain or lose. Well, we could gain a ton. We're not going to lose a whole lot, which is good. And we know guys are going to wreck out, right? Because this is a D-class race. So history tells us that there are going to be many massive wrecks.
Yes.
In this one. So it might not do us a bad thing if we qualify in the back on race trim.
This is not really a big drafting track either.
So if I get a run, take it.
Yes. One of the many reasons why I like this track is that it is fairly technical. I tend to run into a lot of people where I'll just pull them around the track to their fastest laps because it's nothing but draft. We do have a very cold track,
I was
67.
gonna say, this thing feels super gripped up right now.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good lap.
.53.0 for me right out of the box.
Car 3 just hit the fastest lap. 53.008.
Well, I mean, that's promising if we're running the same time as car 3.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna deafen.
Sounds good.
I'll be back.
We got 8 minutes to get a lap in. It takes 50 seconds a lap, so we'll watch Jacob here. Oh, look at him with his little tire heat. And then I bet maybe coming out of this corner, does he start to get his run? Yep. Oh, he's still swerving. All right, let's see what these first couple laps are gonna be here. Oh, did it take his lap? 52.5, Jesus. 54.8 by JP. We should be able to beat that with just the race set. .54.3. Yeah, I think we'll be okay qual time wise. Let's go out.
Green, green, green. Here comes your first time left. One more lap. 53.108. There's the checker.
We'll take a 52.9. That'll work.
That bumped you up into 5th?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take a 52.9. That's, right where we kind of need to be. We're probably going to be with Hugo and Brian for most of the race. It looks like just speed-wise. So we'll maybe just let them go and hope that Marco and JP and Tony stay far enough back where they don't really mess with us. At least that's my plan. That's not bad for qualifying on the race set.
No, not at all. On second lap.
Yeah.
Speaking of Lucas Oil, I was just served an iRacing short.
There you
That
go.
was done at Lucas Oil.
While we're waiting here, good time to talk about Impel Motorsports. If you guys are looking to get into sim racing, Impel's got a ton of sim racing stuff. Moza, Sim Magic, mostly get you in. I think there's a Moza R3 bundle for like less than $300, which is a great deal. I highly recommend Moza products if you guys are looking to get into sim racing. That's what I use as an R9, which is just a little bit stronger wheelbase. But you can head over there, team53racing.com, sign up to sponsor my sim or my real car for the season. $10 gets your name on the deck lid, which is a really cool deal. Other than that, I mean, we're gonna be hopping in here in the next minute for Formula 4's. See what's going on. If you guys are in the chat, make sure you hit the heart button, give us a like, drop in the comments what you'd like to see us stream here in the future. We're still trying to figure out a streaming schedule that works for us, but so far it looks like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays are going to be probably our best days for streaming. About 20 seconds left, Jacob. You just going to run away with it, Jacob? That's the plan?
No. Thinking I'm going to be getting some pressure this race.
From Alex?
Yep. Probably a shady move or two.
A couple shady moves. I'm hoping you guys wreck. It might give me a couple spots.
Yeah.
Be nice. Is Noah on track or what's he doing here?
No, he's
He's just chilling? All right.
just chilling. He couldn't find that ready to race button.
It's okay. He's car 10. 50 class, 806. I'm gaining 4 I rating if I finish 5th. So we just got to keep our nose clean. We got to give up a spot, we give up a spot. I'm not going to worry about it.
Fun fact, I am currently sitting 3rd overall in the Formula 4 championship
The
for the season.
estimated
No
SOS
way.
is
Yeah.
Have you run every week?
1,691.
No. So I've used up all my drop weeks.
Oh, well, that means you can only get better, right?
Because they only take 10, don't they?
Correct. So you can only do
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Only do better.
Oh, better turn on crew chief.
This is standing start too.
Yes.
Okay, so I
So
want to have my
clutch all the way
clutch,
in.
Still waiting
First
clutch
gear.
engaged,
And then
in
you're gonna
first
slip
gear
it.
right away.
Yep, and you're going to slip it fairly quickly.
So we rev with the clutch in gear, and as soon as the lights go out, we just drop our clutch and go.
You're talking, yep, maybe don't drop it. Talking about a half a second.
So we're not even doing neutral to first gear switch. We're doing straight up first gear switch.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Do I need to keep a foot on the brake pedal, or I'm okay?
Nope.
Waiting on the
You're
final
good.
car to grid.
We're waiting on the final car to grid.
Noah?
I would imagine we are waiting on Noah. Yes, it does appear as though Noah's having a tough time this morning.
Noah's keeping us on our
Everyone's
toes.
gridded.
Everyone's gridded. Let's go. All right, tell me when to start revving.
Rev it.
Green, green, green. Got one on your right. All clear, all clear.
Watch out, they're side by side up here for a second.
Yeah, I see that. We're all...
Cold tires.
Yeah, 3 of
Back
us
your braking
locked
points
up.
Yep.
There's an incident
There's a wreck behind. Oh yeah, we got a 3-second back to Noah behind us.
$59.238.
Thanks for the follow. Dude, this Noah guy is fast.
Oh, are we?
Yeah. I mean, he's gaining on me, but I'm running a little bit down on speed.
63.377.
He's running really conservative up here. Until the tires come in. Are you attached to this lead pack?
No, I'm a little off
Okay.
of it.
Okay.
Just in case they wreck. Noah's starting to drop a little bit now.
53.1. That was your fastest lap of the session. The car in P4 just set the fastest lap. 52.454. Fifty-three point 108. The car in P1 just hit the fastest lap. 52.415.
Tires are heated up.
Yeah, I got 8 seconds out back, so I figure I'll probably
The car
just
in P1 just hit the fastest
settle
lap.
for right here and just try and get better every lap.
53.
Yeah, they're going to get dicey behind me. They're very close.
Second
three of
and
them.
third, yeah, they were.
Ooh, little lockup.
The leader just did a 52.425, 53.048. That was your fastest lap of the session.
A lot of brake lock coming from the cars ahead.
They're pushing. You talking about that second, third, fourth
Yeah.
pack? Yeah, they're pushing.
.155.
Oh, we just locked up. We're good.
Be careful around Marco. He just looped it in front of me.
He just reset.
And then had a very interesting attempt to a
Oh,
rejoin.
we're going blocking all the way down to the grass.
Oh, shit. Is this going to be a battle we want to watch over again?
Well, they're getting smaller in my front, so I don't know how much we'll really be able to see, but maybe after the race.
We almost had calamity in the last corner.
Behind you?
No, I was digging around my black boxes and almost went off.
Uh-oh.
53.168.
I think these guys ahead finally figured out who's going to lead and who's going to follow.
Hugo made up a spot.
Yep, I'm just hoping they start to wreck. Just as I say that, they're blocking down to the grass again.
53.003. That was your fastest lap of the session. We have a slow car on the right.
Oh, we got a slow car. Oh, I guess we're
Yep.
rolling. Oh, that was Brian.
It was Brian. He was rolling when I got to him. Hugo made up another spot.
Yeah, Hugo's pretty good.
Fifty-three point oh nine. It's going well. Keep at it. The leader just did a 52.524. 53.261. .916. That was your fastest lap of the session. .99. Slow car ahead. Slow car ahead.
Uh-oh, they
We
just
have a car
wrecked.
stopped on the right.
Who?
Right.
Uh-oh.
Looks like
Car
Hugo.
behind has gone off.
Did you get through?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Is he damaged? Pretty bad, or?
I couldn't really tell.
Oh, okay.
We'll see. I got 3 seconds on him right now. But that'll be about 3, 4 laps, 5 laps the way he was driving compared to me.
.711, your fourth place.
I got 6 minutes, about 7 laps.
.814. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
.79. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Oh, we almost spun out. We're good.
The leader just did a 52.447. .378. You've got a slow car on the right. We have a car stopped on the right. The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 52.311. 52.877. Go left. .217.
Maybe 2 to go.
.829. You've got about 5 laps.
Do your white flag?
Yep, white flag.
All right, man. It's white flag this time by. 1 more to go. .927.
There's my 2.
There we go.
Yes.
Good win, Jacob.
Thank you.
The car in
You got it.
P1 just hit the
Well,
fastest
I won't
lap.
speak to yet.
52.294.
I'm P4.
Okay.
We have a car
That's
stopped
like,
on the
let's just
right.
make it to the last corner.
It was, yeah, I was kind of doing some math in my head, and then I just
There's
said,
the flag, man. It's
he
over.
can't get to me like the last 3 laps. I'm
There
like,
you
as
go,
long as
man.
I just
Good
run
job, driver.
this pace, he can't get here.
Yeah.
So, that's really what that was all about. All right, let's go flip through, see what happened to Hugo.
Hugo.
Did he
It
just
looked to be
loop
a
it?
pretty exciting.
He
I
locked it
bet he
up into
did.
1, and that got the 3 back on him. And then he just looped it on his own. Just looped it. No damage, just looped it.
I was hoping to catch some of the other passes.
Yeah, he just looped it.
I mean, I think once you get stuck behind that guy, there's just nowhere to pass here unless they mess up
Right.
and you get a really good run. Like this one, this dude ran wide, had to lift, and then that allowed the green car to get inside the white car. Lap 7. Beginning of lap 7. And he makes the pass there. Well, tries to, doesn't make the pass. I just saw quite a... Ooh. Go lap 8.
We have some good content here, lap 6, 7, and 8.
Kyan started sawing at the wheel, got a little loose.
Oh yeah, we got some good content here in the F4s.
Shuffled
I'm on
up the track.
6 right now. We'll watch a couple laps here of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, they started kind of doing some funny stuff here. And then they're blocking down to the grass.
Oh yeah, there's a block that. Yeah.
But slow and steady, gained 24 iRating in a Formula 4 car. I mean, we'll take that.
Hugo was running that offensive line that dude Ryan yesterday was running, and it just leaves that entry to middle on the bottom open. But it's an offensive line. He's trying to get a good run on exit.
Oh, we almost had lap 7. They're almost running into each other.
Yeah.
mean, this is good content, though.
Oh, yeah. There it is. Lap 15.
Yeah, when Hugo spun.
Yep.
Yeah, he just
This dude
looped it.
kind of got into him a little bit. Got into
No.
Alex.
Yeah, but it wasn't enough. I think they were all going
No.
slow enough.
Wing still intact. Yeah.
Yeah, Hugo definitely was faster than us by about 3/10 on his best lap. But slow and steady sometimes is really all you got to be on this road stuff. Just slow and steady.
Let's take a look at you.
I was under driving the car because I didn't trust it and I knew I was in a
Mhm.
safe spot and I go, I can finish 5th here and not gain or lose. Ooh, 2-car locked it up.
Um, so looking at your last 10 lap average, you were about a tenth off of second place and about a tenth off of third place.
It's not terrible.
No.
Shirty, I don't know if we're gonna run some oval. Probably. Maybe just turn some test laps.
Do you like short track over? Or do you like NASCAR
Well, and
oval?
it's tough for me because I have a 7,500 I rating on the
Uh,
oval. So
you got to pressure them.
if
You
I'm
got
gonna
to
run
pressure
oval,
them.
it's got to be something good, or we gotta flip over to a backup account that I have. But typically, I don't like streaming oval races. Plus, I get hyper competitive in oval races. Um, so we'll see. We could probably do a new stream and launch into like a little oval school type deal where we kind of talk about some different thought processes of how to get around tracks. He says he's not going to pressure me. I mean, what do you want to see? You just want to see me turn some laps?
Pressure them. You went short track?
I don't even know where, I mean, this sounds terrible, but I don't even know where like anything is at other than like late models are at USA. I know that much. Supers, Supers, I don't know where they are this week. Mods are at Linear. And then Legends. Where did I build a set for Legends for? Was it Myrtle Beach? I think it might have been Myrtle
So.
Beach. That sounds right. But I don't know where any of the NASCAR stuff is. No clue at all. We should all be at New Smyrna to get ready for Governor's Cup, but you know. Oh yeah, look at that battle. This guy's blocking to the curb. Look at that move, that crossover. Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's quit out of here. Late models at USA. Um, we'll see. We can maybe turn some practice laps. But we will not be running any late model stock races unless there's something in hosted, which this time of day it's going to be all road European stuff. Pretty much guaranteed. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
what do we got for officials here? Silver Crown cars at Kern. That could be fun. Fix, Draft Masters, Legends, late model stocks.
Boy, just taking a look at the stream, the amount of focus on your face.
That's all day, every day,
You
baby.
got the mouth open like an air scoop. I mean, you
We're
were digging.
You should see me behind my helmet in the car. You just hear it. Only when I push that button. You don't see it. I got to come down after that adrenaline rush after they got wrecked. If
Da,
you
da, 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 da,
if
da,
you
da.
watch back on the stream later on, I'm just driving Miss Daisy, right? And then when that guy wrecks, like you'll see me like kind of perk up in the seat a little bit, and suddenly the lap times start to get like a half a second faster. We can do some fixed USA. We can kind of talk about fixed cars and what things you can do there. I mean, none of this stuff's gonna go official right now, but We can hop into practice.
If you're on TikTok, I think if you're on TikTok, you can definitely check out Justin does a whole line of how to drives on
Either
YouTube.
one, yeah. If you're on YouTube or TikTok,
Oh, do you post those to TikTok too?
well, there's a link in my bio in the link tree that'll get you to our YouTube
Ah,
page, and it'll help you out with everything you need to know. And then that leads into joining Team 53. We do, like I said, a lot of driver development stuff. If you're watching earlier, you saw Jacob basically driving me around scuba, figuring things out. So that's a big part of what we do. We don't just sell you a setup, we don't just build you a setup, but we actually like help you learn how to drive it. So we're gonna hop in here, USA, fixed late models real quick. Um, and we'll just kind of go through a couple things that you can adjust on if you're not, and then I'll show you guys some tricks if you haven't watched the videos, things that you can do for qualifying, and then throughout the race to kind of help you out. So the big thing with fixed setups on iRacing is we all know that they trend super tight, right? So your best bet, the only things you can change, steering ratio, steering offset, and your brake balance bar. Your steering ratio, I explained this in a lot of videos, is just basically for every 12 degrees of steering wheel input, your wheels turn 1 degree. So if I go to 10 to 1, then it's 10 degrees of steering wheel input for every 1 degree. If I go to 8 to 1, it's 8 degrees of steering wheel input for 1 degree of wheel. Usually with the fixed sets, I like to run a 10 to 1. If you get any of my setups from Team 53, or if you're a Coach Dave Academy subscriber, you know that pretty much all of our stuff is 8 to 1. Steering offset, all you're doing there, so in a real car, you've got your steering wheel, and you always hear drivers centering their wheels, right? So now we kind of have this cheater tape. If anybody who has an MPI wheel, you've got the bright orange. Mosa's got white, yellow, whatever colors those are. So basically, you take that center tape and at a plus offset in iRacing, that's to the right. So +4 is like a 1 o'clock offset. So what that's going to do is it takes your center wheel, right? So when you're going down the straightaway, especially at a track like USA, you have your wheel cocked to the right a little bit. When you go into the corner, you're going to turn it, and instead of having to go like 90 degrees to the left, you're only going to be going 75 degrees to the left, which helps you get back out of the corner quicker. That's why a lot of people will mess with their steering offsets on setups. A track like Myrtle Beach, where you're constantly in a circle, there you might be able to get away with a 0, or you might say, you know what, because I'm turning all the time, I want to have a +4 offset. That way my center of the wheel when I'm going down the front stretch, it's centered versus having to have it, turn to the left or whatever. And then the brake balance bar, all this is doing is changing your front to rear bias. How I always explain it to people, smaller percentage is looser, higher percentage is tighter under braking. So I usually will take the iRacing default sets down to 52 to start out. And then the biggest thing with the fixed setups or even open setups is to make sure that you go into your options and then I think it's under controls, and what you want to do is have a button set for your brake bias. So that way when you're in the sim and you're racing, you're able to change your brake bias. I just have a little turn wheel on my steering wheel that I have set for brake bias. So then when I'm going into the corner, if I notice that the front end's starting to push a little bit, I'll turn that brake bias to the left for me, which is a smaller percentage, and freeze the car up. So that's really the big thing there to know. Everything else, I mean, it doesn't really matter. If you guys are running with your delta up, that's a huge help. So what that is, that's that red and green bar you saw at the top of the screen. If you're not running with that up, super big. I have buttons set on my wheels so that I can change where I'm toggling. It's huge. Got some fun little buttons over there. Don't worry about those. And then too, the frame rate meter, if you guys have watched when I'm driving, all my frame rate stuff is set to numeric. And the audio is hidden because I don't really care about that. But what that's going to tell you, all these numeric values, it will tell you up here basically what's going on versus having the bars. So if you notice that your latency kicks up a notch, you know that you probably have something going on in the background. If your C button spikes, that's your CPU just maxing out and not being able to handle anything. If the S jumps up, that a lot of times is going to be your internet connection. So if your S bar spikes, you can mess around with that. The E, I've never really had an issue with the E spiking. The quality, I will have those spike. One on the left side, I believe, means that nobody can see you. If the right side spikes, then everybody can still see you, but you can't see them. So this I learned from a Coke driver, this little numeric thing, and it's been a game changer for me. The other thing too is you'll notice my frames are never going to get above 160 frames per second. I've got a 4070 Super graphics card, but I frame rate cap all my stuff. You're supposed to do it about 15% above what your monitor's refresh rate is. So if you have 144 hertz, you go to 160. If you have a 60 hertz, you go like 84. I cap it at 160. It just means that my graphics card isn't having to pull as much for something that I can't see versus leaving it uncapped. So those are kind of some important things. But like I said, the garage, not too much on the fixed setup. The biggest thing is going to be steering offset and all that kind of stuff. So when we get back out on track then, the big thing, if you're going to qualify, right, we talk a lot about qualifying better. So I'm on triple screens, which is why everything looks really wonky to me. I sit in the sim fairly similar in the late model stock to how I sit in my real car. I probably feel like I'm a little bit further back in the late model stock, but it's not terrible. I can tell you in the real car, I notice different things than what I notice in the sim, so that's really kind of the only kickback. But when we go out to qualify, a big thing that you can do is just going to be to tire heat. So gas, brake, alternate, and then swerving left to right. That is going to gain you guys probably a half a tenth to a tenth on your qualifying lap. Just doing that until like the blue cone, somewhere on the backstretch. iRacing will tell you in real life that you can't swerve any further. And then we're going to go up here in turn 3, and we'll go high in 3, and we'll get a huge run coming down to our green flag lap. So all we're doing there is we're just maximizing our speed. And I have 0 laps on this fixed setup, so I'm not really sure what I need to do. But we'll get better at it. And then if we knew the lap 1 was terrible, we'd go back up here, not hit the wall. But then we would do another head of steam here, come into lap 2 to try and make our lap 2 optimal.
22.123.
And then we'll bring it down. At USA, there's like that little bit of a gap between the yellow line and the rubber, and that's where you want to be, is in that light gray space that I keep missing. But that's what you would shoot for.
21.596. You just hit the fastest lap.
And then the big thing too with fixed setups is you know that they're going to trend tight, so you want to try and figure out how to tire save. Contrary to a lot of belief, iRacing is kind of glitched, and running the outside line doesn't really save your tires because your steering wheel is turned a little bit more. So you just kind of gotta learn your techniques and how you want to be.
Back up the corner a little.
Yeah, not even so much as that. It's just instead of getting on throttle at 3/4 throttle, get on throttle at a half. You know, drag a little bit of brake on entry. That'll help you out a ton too. When you go in there.
21.595.
But you can really tell that this car really isn't even, like, this is the iRacing default set, right? It's not even really geared properly for these cars here because we're never getting to the rev chip. And in a late model stock, you always want to, I mean, you pretty much run to the rev chip anymore.
21.528.
The other problem is, I mean, they've got enough fuel for the open series races, I guess. So that would be why we're over fueled, but it just makes it tough. We're probably already out of our session best laps too here.
21.595.
Let's see. Maybe we can get something here. So that's where you could see where I changed my deltas because there was information that I wanted to have to change it, right? So let's reset and let's see if we can improve on that qualifying time because that 5:11 that we posted is just not going to cut it. All right, so we'll come back out here. What's going on? yeah. Okay. Sorry, we're trying to figure out about 12 different things here. We got about 10 minutes left to stream. We're not going to be on too much longer because I do have to go do some work here today. Yeah, see, we're already 7/10ths better than our previous best lap. We're still missing bottom in 3.
21.384. You just hit the fastest lap.
Yeah, see how we caught bottom of 3 there, and that was about a 1/2 faster, just catching bottom. So, you know, if that's something that you guys are missing a lot, right, is just the proper groove and the line around the track. Let's go look here, Far Chase. We'll just go through that last lap here that we ran. So we ran that 384. And when we went around the track, this is what I do in a lot of these videos, is we'll just kind of talk about this stuff, right? So we'll go down into the corner. And we'll go right over those dash lines. That's a really good spot to kind of hit, right? So we'll go over those. And now here is that zone that I was talking about with getting your tires into. It's lighter color right in there. So that's where you want to bring those tires down to. Is right in there. The left front tire, if you can get that under there. So we still missed it a little bit. Drive off, though, we got it down there. And then going down here into turn 3, same kind of action. We're going to do a lot of stuff right here at this last set of dash lines. And then we bring it in, and we want to get those left side tires right in that light gray area. And you see how we miss it? Just completely miss it there in 3 and 4. That's a 1/2 just missing bottom. So turn 1 this time much better. We got a lot lower. So this is telling me that lap 2 is probably going to be our best lap of qualifying because there seems to be a little bit more grip in the car. And then we caught it there on bottom, drift up in center, just with the iRacing setup. So let's see what we can do again.
Have a slow car on the bottom. We have a car stopped down low. Go high.
Yeah, look at that. 1/2 better
21.348.
on lap 1.
You just hit the fastest lap.
And I bet you if we went back and looked at that lap, it's going to be that much better just hitting bottom. All right. So use brake. I pitched it into the corner a little bit better this time. Just trying to change that angle of entry. We're still up a little bit in the corner, but driving off there, we catch the bottom. Yeah, that's an iRacing tire deal because we have so much camber in the cars. Um, I mean, you're seeing negative 6.8 degrees here. There's just so much camber in them that the outer edge of the tires, specifically in the fronts, uh, it's really not making contact. So when you think about camber, right, camber's the angle of the tire. So you want to angle your tire so that when you're going through the corners and you need the grip, all of the tire is making contact with the track. And then going down the straightaways, which USA is super long here, you only have that inner edge that's touching the pavement or the outer edge if it's on the left side. So you only have just that little bit that's constantly in contact with the track. All the braking is done in a straight line here, which means your full tire isn't getting contact with the corner. And we have too much, I mean, in all honesty, iRacing forces you to run too much camber in the cars. We should probably decrease the camber a little bit, but when you decrease the camber, then iRacing glitches out and it has a problem. In real life, we would never run, I mean, you would run that much at certain tracks, but not at a track like this, most likely. Um, there's just a lot of really weird nuances with iRacing versus what we would actually do in real life that kind of throws you off a little bit. But we did catch bottom that lap, which is a big improvement, and that's probably why we had a half a tenth gain. Is there another half a tenth in it? I don't probably. It's an 83 track temp, so we'll have to see if we can find it. Maybe we'll try and do a lap 2 this time. Yeah, we're going to do a lap 2 this time. We missed bottom in 1, but we still have a pretty good lap coming up. But I'm really curious to see if lap 2 can be faster.
.711.
Overshot turn 3, but we're still going to get the grip. We had a little bit more grip coming through there. Yeah, there's definitely a 2 in it.
3, 2, 6. You just hit the fastest lap.
Definitely a 2 in it. We sent it in there deep. This will be a mid 2. 27. But now my lap 2 is going to be messed up because we don't have as much of a run going down the front stretch. But that 27, I mean, that'll really work for us. That's not a terrible lap. Should probably check. Let's see what fixed super lates, series results. So we're seeing 4's in races. This one had a 2500 SOF. What are we seeing for Q? So 31 for Q there. In that session. Let's see if we can go back. 2900. Here's a 3200. So this guy ran an O. This Travis Wilson ran an O. The next closest was a 26. So, I mean, we're right there. We probably could find some time. If they had a cold track. Yeah, we're a little bit warmer. We're less cloudy than what they had. We got way more wind. That'll all play into it too here. So we're probably right in line with where we need to be for this track temp and this weather. Let's go watch this guy here. He's just making race laps. So the big thing here that we noticed with him, he's turning in really late for the corner. Let's see, he was getting down low there for the corner. He's got a lot of room. This guy's probably on a single monitor if I had to guess, just based on how much room he's leaving by the wall. Super late turning into turn 3. Yeah, he's definitely on a single monitor. Just based on that. I mean, let's look at where we're spacing out to. Coming off the corner. See, we're keeping the left sides within that dash line there. I'm actually kind of surprised this lap worked, but we'll take it. What's going on, Mike? We're doing a little bit of driver coaching in fixed late model setups right now, Mike. Nothing, you're not gonna find anything out that you don't already know. We're kind of critiquing this guy that has no idea that we're critiquing him. He's just really late turning in. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mike. We can't give out the goods. You can go to my YouTube channel though. Make sure you like and subscribe, and you can see all my Learn to Drive videos. I actually heard that some of the setup shops on iRacing are starting to watch my videos, and they're using them to know lap times for the week, to know where to build to, which is actually pretty funny to me. So this guy's gotten his line down a little bit better. He's getting better. He's still really late pitching into the corner, which is scrubbing off a ton of speed for him. Yeah, he's doing a lot better. You might be listening into this. Let's go see David has yet to turn a lap. He's thinking about it. So we turned 17 laps. We got progressively faster. He's running 4's now. Alright, let's go hop in. Let's turn a few more laps. Maybe we'll do, I don't know. Go see if we can't get Asphalt Sprints to do something fun with our 2-year-old setups. What's going on, Aiden? Make sure you guys, if you can, hit the hearts. It apparently helps TikTok. Oh yeah, we missed turn 1 there. Mike threw me off. He hits the hearts right as I'm going into turn 1 and I just completely missed it.
.362.
There we go. Now we're getting some love.
21.454. .422.
You know what I kind of feel like doing? I kind of feel like going into a hosted, into an official practice room and running the iRacing base set. And let's do like a quick 5-minute build video on building a setup for USA for this week, heading into the weekend. That sounds like fun, actually. Find me. All right, so we got this. Let's hop in this practice here has 5 people in it. We got like another hour left. Thanks for the follow, Dan. I appreciate it. What we'll do is we'll hop into this room here really quick as soon as everything loads. And what I'll do is I'll take the iRacing base set and we'll look at things that we can change to make the car better. And we'll call it like a baseline plus. And then maybe we'll put it up in our Discord for free for use for the week. So we've got 70 laps at USA. So already I can tell you the iRacing base set has too much fuel. So we can probably dump some fuel. That'll be a big help. And then we'll probably look at making some bump spring adjustments. And then I don't know what else, but we'll take a look here. So we kind of have our baseline lap times from before. Let's just hop in here with the Lakeland setup that we already have, right? So it's going to have our 10-to-1 steering ratio and our +4 offset.
Got one outside. All clear, all clear.
We're just trying to get a little bit of a gap between us and the car ahead of us because I have a feeling we're going to be running him over. And this is probably why the car is geared the way it is for fixed officials, is to help out with this one. Oh yeah, we are still dog slow.
21.258.
Alright, so we kind of have a couple laps here of knowing how slow we're going to be with the fixed official set. Right around the same lap times as what we were before. So let's do that here real quick. So let's go into our garage. First things first, we're going to lower these air pressures. We're going to go to iRacing minimums on both sides. Then we're going to go in here to the chassis. And now our ride heights are immediately better, right? We're going to change our gear. I'm going to go to a 64 rear gear. And let's just see what those couple of changes that we did make. The toe is probably going to be the next thing that we change. That +2 is... I'm not sure about that. Oh, and then we have fuel too. We can dump some fuel. Yeah, because we have enough for 98 laps. So we can dump probably 3 gallons of fuel, which would be 21 pounds of weight.
.251.
So iRacing, you don't want to put tire pressure in. It's just kind of a general rule of thumb. If you can avoid it in race, we run minimum tire pressures. It will change kind of where actually more tire pressure is going to be a stiffer tire, and you're not going to get as good a drive throughout the run.
.214.
So now we're going to do a little bit of a fuel dump here. We're going to go down to 12 gallons. We're going to stiffen that left front. We're going to reduce the bump stops. Let's go like there. I feel like that's going to be a pretty good number. And then I kind of felt like the car was a little bit loose off. So we're going to leave everything where it is here, but we're going to move these to a bottom mount, which is kind of what all the iRacing shops and everybody that builds does. And let's see what we can do here. So we dropped three gallons of fuel. And now we're going out this guy, drag and brake.
Inside, clear low, clear low.
I think we could almost go to a 61 gear for the short run. And get a little bit less chip out, and that'll help us with speed a little bit.
21.276.
Yeah, we're just getting held back by gearing. We'll go one more lap here.
21.234.
And now the car's starting to come in a little bit better here later.
.203. That was your fastest lap of the session. .23.
Yeah, we'll change just a little bit of gearing here. Let's go to a 61.
.216. .192. That was your fastest lap of the session.
So now with just those few changes, we are probably the fastest car in here that ran race trim with a 171. Just a couple clicks here off of iRacing baseline is really all it took. The car's still going to trend tight off of iRacing, but just a couple clicks. I mean, we're already a tenth faster than where we were. Things I would probably look at changing a little bit more would definitely be this front toe in. I would take that to a -3. That probably to a -3 or go -2, -3. And then I would pull a lot of this caster out of the car, and that's going to help change the feel of it. Oh, we got to put that back. -3, -3. We'll go -2, -3. Let's see what that does. That should help the feel a little bit. So pulling that caster out is going to make the car feel a lot floatier. It doesn't feel as heavy, which can be a good and a bad thing depending on what feel you're looking for. I usually like a little bit lighter feeling. But
21.177.
yeah, we're just doing a quick iRacing base set better than baseline. We've tried shifting here, and I've never found it to be of any benefit. Other than like Martinsville in the late model stock, you really don't need to shift. And you have to remember too, unless you were like watching someone stream or something like that, the in-car sounds on iRacing from other people's cars don't always sound accurate. But we found a little bit more speed with a caster adjustment. You know, we're getting to where we want to be here. So I'm actually pretty happy with this setup as a better than baseline. So we'll save this as Lakeland better than base. And then we'll do a quick qualifying setup. So qualifying setup, you just put it qual trim, take yourself down to 2 gallons of race fuel. It didn't really change our ride heights much, but we'll drop that down 1 click on both sides. I usually find dropping track bars a click, and then we'll typically pump up air pressures on the left side. Somewhere around there should be about right, and then we can drop these front heights as well, and the rears to get us there. So we just ran an 862. I'm pretty sure if I go back out here really quick with the Q set, like I said, all we did was we just dropped fuel, put Q tape on, and dropped track bars a click. And our Q set is about ready to go fastest on the board here in this practice session. That should be good enough to put us P1 in this session. 8:41.
20.841. You just hit the fastest lap.
So that put us fastest in the session. Just those couple little changes. We really didn't do a whole lot, but now we're right where we want to be. I would probably change this gear from a 61 to either a 47 or a 52. We can try a 47, see if we can go faster. I mean, these are all the things that when I'm building setups each week for Team 53, these are the things that I'm kind of going around doing and checking. Yeah, we'll have to go lap 2 because we missed turn 1. I was listening for the rev queue and it wasn't there with the 47 gear. So we'll make lap 2, see what happens.
21.409.
Yeah, we found another half a tenth, 786.
20.78.
I'd probably be pretty happy
You
with
just hit the
that
fastest lap.
for a free queue set. I mean, that's not terrible. Probably something that we could put on in our Discord. We'll save this as Lakeland Qual, better than base. And we can kind of go from there. I don't know. I think everybody that was in here is left now, so we can't even share it to anybody. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell. If you guys are just looking to get a little bit faster, I think I'm going to finish up the stream here. I got some stuff I got to go do. So if you're looking for sim racing apparel, merchandise, impelmotorsports.com. Send them an email, let them know that Justin sent you, or that you found them on either TikTok or YouTube, and they'll put some goodies in your order for you. You can also help support me by signing up for our fans only sponsorship, team53racing.com. Cool little $10, get your name on the car. You can pay more, get some more free stuff, whatever that might be. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys learned something here in the last little half hour that we did that impromptu class on. And it might be something we do more. So make sure you check us out. Have a good one, and we will see you guys again.